Jesus! I'm very excited. A bit naked. Hi, I'm Adam C and welcome to the Lotus Exige 430 Cup. Today is the first day of the Goodwood Speed Week and I've been lent this car by Lotus themselves to have a go in. It's a little bit windy, so I'm going to hop in the car and go for my first drive in a Lotus. I've never been in a Lotus before. I've been in Nobles, TVRs, many British sports cars, but Lotus has always been untouched for me. So the 430 Cup is one of their most extreme models, a brand new car, manual gearbox, and I'm looking forward to taking this around the Goodwood Motor Circuit as well. But first of all, we will take it on the road and see what it's like. So it is very analogue in here, and there's not much space, but luckily I can fit in at 6 foot. I don't even have the seat all the way back, so despite it being a small car, you can fit in rather nicely. Get the start up. So key in the ignition, engine start. There it is. So this car has a 3.5 litre supercharged V6 with 430 bhp and weighing just over a tonne means the power to weight ratio is over 400 horsepower. 407 horsepower per tonne. 3.3 seconds this car reaches 60. That is supercar territory. And here I am with the car. Goodwood roads, nice-ish British weather. Let's see what this is all about. Well, I should probably go easy on it. My first time driving a Lotus, and it's one of their most extreme, so... Oh, that's a brutal gearbox. Oh, hey! Well, hey! We like that sound. I mean, it takes a little bit of time for the sound to come, but when it does, I need to keep an eye on for what RPM that is. Oh, I love that shift. It sounds incredible. Alright, I shall take it down here. There's a nice long straight. Hey! There we go. I love the small steering wheel. Synonymous with Lotuses. They all have the very small and nimble steering wheel. Very small car, small steering wheel, lightweight. That second to third gear is blisteringly quick. I love this. This is a bit of me, nice and small. Oh, echoey. You can hear the valves opening there. Now I have put it into sports mode. I've got a van ahead of me, so I'm slowing down, so I've got a bit of room to accelerate and feel the difference between standard and sports mode in this Exige. I think we should try a little burst now. Oh my Jesus! Right, that button is one to press. You could call it an impressive button. I'm sorry. Here we go. Well, that doesn't take long. I have to say, I love a downshift. But the way the valves are at the moment, it's not the most amazing sounding downshift because the valves aren't open when you do the downshift. I mean, I'm sure there's a setting I can change for that, but for now, I'm just enjoying the speed. Oh! It's a slippery day today. It is a slippery day. The Exige has always been, first and foremost, the car to go to when you're choosing a fast Lotus, especially if you fancy taking it on track, which I will be later on today. And it's easy to see why. You've still got the manual gearbox on a 2020 car. Not a lot of cars, especially sports cars, have that option. And it's so rewarding. Oh, that soundtrack. I mean, there's not much visibility in the rear, but there's a lot of sound waves going on behind me. Mid-engine, of course, and it handles like a dream, I'm pleased to report, although that's what you expect through the generations of Exige that has come out. This is the third generation. What a day to be driving through the grounds of Goodwood Estate. Oh! I am speechless about this car. That V6 sings! Now heading back into the Goodwood site to hand this car back, let them sanitize it and get it ready for my track session. So I think one more first gear pull. There it is. Here we go, Goodwood Estate. Oh, I'll see you in a little bit. But that was the 430 Cup Exige. So, thanks to Lotus for letting me have a go in the car, both on the road and on the track. Spend the rest of the day hovering around having a look at some of the other supercars and classics on display. I am wearing protection today, but as you will see, there is not actually a crowd of public today because this is closed to the public. It is being televised, but I've been invited along to this, the media day, to have a look around at what is on offer. So behind us first, we have this Bentley EXP 100, built to celebrate 100 years of Bentley, and it looks far too extreme to go amiss. Check out the front end, an almost crystallized front grille. It's details like that and some rose gold touches that make this stand out unlike any other car. It is only a concept car, but great to see it's here today. And as you'll see through the rest of the day, it's going to be really weird having a look at all these cars with no crowds around. I've almost got it to myself right now. We then come to Lansante, who have brought along not only this very special 911, but the brand new Senna GTR, which has been road legalized, this one in the Marlboro livery. Next along are Zenvo, who have brought along a couple of their new TSRSs. Then we've got Toyota with their new Yaris GR, the two Toyota Supers next to each other. We've got the new Jaguar F-Type facelift and the new Land Rover Defender with a couple of Jaguars next door to that. And of course, opposite, Lexus have brought their LFA. Alongside the UX, the RCF and the LC convertible. And then we have two lower production cars. We've got the Dallara and the Jana Rally. So nice to see a few less mainstream manufacturers along for the Speed Week. Next along, Aston Martin have brought along a couple of the new Vantage, which is next to a DBS Superleggera in a British Racing Green, a DB11 and a DBX. Opposite Aston we have the Rolls-Royce Wraith, this is the black badge model, and the brand new Rolls-Royce Ghost. Further down we have Polestar, who are next to Lotus. They are here at the Goodwood Speed Week with a range of other cars, including one of their electric Avias, the brand new one. This one is in a bit of a John Player special livery. Porsche have brought along a 992 Carrera S, a Turbo S, a 718 Boxster GTS, a Cayenne GTS, and a Panamera 4 SE Hybrid. And beyond that, we've got a baby blue, almost like a duck egg blue, Taycan Turbo S. Opposite, we've got McLaren's new GT car, the McLaren GT. My first time actually looking at one of these up close. Of course, next to him we have the famous McLaren P1. This is their press car that we have seen at quite a few events recently. And then we have a 600 LT Spider. Now, McLaren also have a couple of cars out on track, as do Ferrari, who have an 812 GTS. The F8 Tributo is on track, and then we've got the F8 Spider. Then we have the Monza SP2. But you now join me at the start of the main Speed Week paddock, and behind me quite a tasty lineup of Le Mans cars. So we've got an original Cobra 289 next to a Ford GT40. Next along we've got the Porsche 962C. We've got two Porsche 956s, which give us a chance to play a game of what's inside your car. On today's episode we have some toilet roll. You never know when you need it. Then we have a pair of Jaguar XJR8s, and further along an XJR9 with a couple more British Racing Green Jaguars beyond them. Then we head to the main paddock where a lot of the competition cars are housed. So because today is a media day, not a lot of these are going out on track, so some of them are undercover still. But we've got another silk-cut Jaguar Le Mans car. We've got a 917K over there. There is a Ferrari in a Jaguar cover there. That is a Ferrari 512 LM underneath that Jaguar cover. As this Porsche is idling away, we've got some classics over here. We've got the Austin Healey's, Porsche, and an HWM. We've got more covered cars, and over here we've got a few special cars as well. We've got the Ferrari 250, the Maserati, the E-Type, Jaguar E-Type long nose. It's got the long front end to it, and the Alfa next door to that. Further along we've got the Castrol Jaguar XJR10, more covered cars, another Alfa, and this section which I'm excited to reveal. We've got the ISO Griffo, we've got the Triumph Dolomite Sprint, and two Jaguar XJR15s. Absolutely phenomenal cars here. We've got a Capri and a NASCAR next to that. And no race car lineup would be complete without Porsche, so we start off with the 919 Hybrid, which is next to the legendary 911 GT1. Next door to the GT1 is the Porsche 936, an open-top Le Mans car, then a 993 and a few more modern Porsche race cars, finished off with the Kenwood 962C and a Triumph Dynamite Sprint, another one, and two Audi R8 Le Mans cars as well, including the Mad LMS GT2 here with the vibrant front end. We've got the Jägermeister BMW, we've got a couple of Cobra 289s, including this one with the bare aluminium body, and even a Sebring MGB. And we've also got a few NASCARs with a E-Type in between them. Now, is this one number 7 or is it actually 20? We are now heading to another section which a lot of my more regular fans would appreciate. So we've got some earlier race car series, but opposite them we have some drift cars and a random Lotus Evija. Oh, I see, it's with the JPS lot. So alongside multiple sets of wheels and tyres, we've got this S15 and an R32. The S15 is currently a bit naked on the rear. Then we have an E92 and an S14 Zenki. And here's alongside an S13, a GC86 and a Nissan GTR. And this GTR has a 454 cubic inch LSX V8. Now you may notice it's still me. I've got a change of attire. I'm now wearing a helmet because I'm about to go out on one of my guilty pleasures, the new Ford Puma ST. When the Ford Puma first came out, I quite liked it, and now they've got the ST model. They've got a few going around the track today, so I'm going to experience a passenger ride in the Puma ST. So without further ado, let's get to it.
Thank you very much, that was fantastic.
So, the Puma ST, quite a unique car. I don't think it was best suited for the track, only due to the support of the side of my my body. There's not a lot of lumbar support for track driving. I was a bit thrown around, but it actually sounded pretty good. I don't know if you could hear on camera, but the engine sound was very grunty, and it was pretty quick on track, especially being driven like that. That was a really, really fun drive. But for a car so tall and almost quite big, it felt a lot more nimble and planted than I was expecting. So I was pleasantly surprised. Oh, I popped out. But now for something a little bit different, I'm going to head out in Ford's GT with Richard Westbrook, who drives for Ford for Le Mans in their Le Mans cars, in the Ford GT Le Mans series. So I'm going to experience a very different feeling around the Goodwood circuit in the Ford GT supercar, more track focused. I'm very excited.
Thank you very much. That was quite the experience.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There you go. The first person today that opened the door first time.
All right.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right. Cheers, Adam.
Well, thank you.
So that was quite an experience. That was certainly the quickest thing I've ever been around Goodwood Motor Circuit. And Richard Westbrook certainly knows how to drive. He even said that with some slick tyres, the road-going 4G wouldn't be too different from the Le Mans car. And I could definitely tell he's basically practicing for the shootout, which is going on tomorrow. So he's trying to get the best time as possible, and I'm something of a guinea pig experiencing his practice. There it goes. And you now join me at the final paddock, which has a lot of vintage race cars, including the dirtiest Austin 7 I have ever seen. That's unreal. This car has lived quite some life. I mean, check this car. This is a Godfrey Nash. It's got this single headlight on the front. It's got the 90-degree V-twin one-cylinder engine on display. And once again, it has been used and abused and lived quite a tough life. You got the squeaky horn, you got the gloves in the seat. It's not a concours condition car by any means. It's got a roof, but I doubt it is any used anymore. Cars like this Godfrey Nash and this Lola next to it, the tennis balls on top of those open trumpets. something you don't see at any other car show other than Goodwood, this variety of classic race cars. So as a bit of a conclusion to the video, we have ended up at the rally car section. Lancia Stratos, Deltas, Escorts, look at that! You got Toyota, you got Ford, you got Subaru, you got Lancia, Subaru and Toyota again. How's that for a lineup? Unbelievable. But I'm going to sign off for my video now. So that was the Goodwood Speed Week. Quite a unique video, quite a unique show with no public crowds around. It was unusual seeing it so bare. Normally Goodwood is packed at their flagship events. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram for all the highlights and pictures from these events that I go to. But for now, thanks for watching.